All right, we're here with preseason all-conference selection Jacob Wilson, previewing the infielders today. Just talk about the experience this group has.
You know, as of last year, coming off last year, obviously I think we were in the top 15 defensively. That was a big plus. Coach Clark helps out a lot, and bringing back 3 everyday starters last year helps. Especially me at third, Ethan at short. You know, the range that he can cover every day. You know, he's gotten a lot better hands, footwork. And TJ at first has always been a plus, just for the fact of he helps infielders a lot by, you know, picking bad throws or, you know, being able to think the game ahead of what's going to happen. So it helps having the experience at the corners, especially. And middle infield, you know, we've got 3 or 4 guys competing at second base. That's going to be a good challenge for a couple of young guys to get a chance to get some playing time. Then when Ethan gets on the page with whoever between, you know, Tubbs or Willis or Nate, once they get on the same page with everything, the chemistry is going to help out a lot with infield. I think, you know, we can be better than last year's infield at the same time. So
you only had 3 errors last year at third base, so what can be a attainable goal for you this year?
I'm trying not to, you know, put numbers in there and just go out and try and make every routine play for sure. Routine plays is what wins games. You can go out and dominate the routine play. You're going to win, you know, more games throughout the year. It's going to help a lot. Then if you go out and dominate the routine play, then the good plays you're going to have, and you'll be able to, you know, react better to balls on line or 6-hole, stuff like that. So that'll help out a lot. Just dominate the routine play and then letting good plays happen.
With the range of Ethan at shortstop, like you mentioned earlier, just how good is that for this defense?
It helps a lot, especially the pitchers. You know, he's gotten a lot faster this year. He's gonna be able to cover a lot more ground. He trusts his hands a lot. So with his range, his hands, then his arm's gotten stronger now. He's going to be able to make a lot more plays than he did last year. So that's going to help our pitching staff out a lot with being comfortable with them throwing strikes, letting us make plays behind them day in and day out.
Talk more in depth about the 2 guys battling at second base.
I think it's going to be a hard decision Coach Rock's going to have to make, because both guys are. I mean, Wills was here last year. He knows what it takes to play every day. Tucker's you know, a couple of the infielders kind of taken Tucker under their wing and, you know, worked with him, helped him get experience without ever playing a game before. That helps. Like you said, having the experience with these young guys, you know, is always a plus. You can teach them situations and how to react during certain situations. So between those 2 guys, whoever it ends up being, it's gonna be a plus for us, just for the fact of the range they can cover and the plays that they've been making throughout the fall.
It could be an interesting situation having TJ move from first base to the pitcher's mound during a game. Just what do you see out of that?
Yeah, you know, this year Eli's put a lot of hard work into first base. So if that has happened, we feel comfortable putting Eli over there, and we've also moved one of our other infielders, Bryce Beeler, to first and getting him some reps just in case Eli's not able to do it. So we have really 3 guys that can go in and play first at any time. He's you know, worked real hard off the mound where he can get, you know, quality innings this year, and that'll help us out a lot. You know, do a lot of ground ball outs, and that turns into more than dominate the routine plays for our infielders, because that's all he needs to do is get his ground balls and we get outs. So if he has to go to the mound, it'll be comfortable for us to be able to look at 2 other guys to put in there and play whenever that situation arises.
Lastly, offensively, we lost the number 1 and number 2 hitters in the lineup, but yourself and TJ are back at 3-4, so what do you expect out of the lineup?
You know, it's like Coach Rock said throughout the fall. When we find those 2 table setter guys to replace those 2, you know, RBI guys are back between, and we got Derek back too, so he's going to be a help with the RBI situation. So, you know, 3 through 6 is going to be a lot of RBIs happen when we find the 2 guys that can be at the top of the lineup, whether it's you know, Tucker or Adam, Ethan. All 3 of those guys could do fine up there, as long, you know, help that on base percentage, let RBIs happen from the middle of the lineup guys.